Most people using Claude for Instagram are doing it completely wrong. They open a chat, ask for 20 content ideas, and they get back a bunch of generic AI slop. The fix isn't a better prompt, it's building skills. A skill is a job that you teach Claude once and then it does it in the same way every single time without you having to re-explain. I have 10 Instagram skills running in Claude right now and it's generating me millions of views, and videos such as this one with 144,000 views and over 2,000 likes came from this exact system. And I'm going to give you all of them for free in today's video. I started this Instagram account a couple months ago as an experiment with only a couple hundred followers at the time, and since then I've had multiple videos perform really well and generated 1.5 million views on Instagram alone. I personally only recorded the videos and everything else was done by Claude Code, including the ideation, the scripting, the editing, and the posting on my Instagram account, and all of this is covered by these skills. Now each of these skills is powerful in itself, but if you take all 10 skills and package them together, you can build a system just like I did to completely automate your Instagram content creation. All of these skills are in the description completely for free for you to download right now. The first skill is to help you figure out your content strategy. All you need to do is upload 2 documents, one on your target audience and ICP and one on your offer. Based on this, Claude is going to use the skill to figure out a content strategy that makes sense for your business and actually drives leads and traffic. The more detailed you can be in those 2 documents about your ICP and your offer, the better it's going to be so that Claude can set up the framework for everything else to follow. Skill number 2 is the competitor radar. Once we know what our content strategy is going to be, we need to find a list of competitors that we can give to Claude to analyze. Now this could either be a manual process of you going on Instagram and finding all of these leads, or you can use a tool such as Hiker API, which I'm going to link down below in the description, to scrape all of your competitors for you. From there, you want to decide on a list of at least 20 competitor accounts, people who are posting content that you would also like to make so that Claude can use these as inspiration. It will look at all of your competitors and look at which posts are performing above average for those competitors, and those are then the topics and the hooks that you implement inside of your content system. Skill number 3 is the research skill. Once you have a topic that you want to make videos on, you want to research the web, including Reddit, Twitter, and other platforms to actually find the most up-to-date information on that specific topic so that you don't make up any information and you are on the ball when it comes to the newest updates. This makes sure that your video is unique compared to the one that you're taking inspiration from, and you have your own 2 cents to add. I've built the competitor radar and the research skill in a way where /ideate allows you to run through everything. So I ran a Claude session and said, please do a very short ideation run where you scrape 5 competitors and provide me with some ideas. It then went through 19 creators in the Instagram sales niche and 90 creators in the AI builders niche. It ran through the entire pipeline, found a couple of candidates, including how much of an outlier it is, how many views it got, and how outdated the topic is. It then suggested which videos make sense for my specific account. I agreed and said script out the reel, and it then researched the topic and provided me 3 different hooks that I can use to record, as well as a body and a call to action with a comment trigger at the end. As you can see, the fact check changed a couple of things. The source said it has 45,000 stars. We checked on GitHub, it actually has 50,000. And we changed a bunch of things about the video to actually make sure that everything is factually correct and it takes our unique perspective into account. Once we have our finished scripts, we move on to the skills that actually make our content. Skills number 4, 5, and 6 are different ways that you can produce a reel. Talking head reels, viral remakes, and an AI avatar skill. This depends on which format you want to use, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by this. The scripted reel skill will be something like this, where you have B-roll at the top, you're talking in the bottom, you have captions and music added. Or it can be something like this, where you're simply talking to the camera with captions down below and a small video caption at the top. The viral remake skill would be a video similar to this, where you have a text hook on screen along with a video that you're putting in the background. For this, you can use a content bank of your own B-roll footage and it will output a video just like this. For the AI avatar reels, our company account omnifusion.ai is fully driven by an AI avatar. It's an avatar of my business partner Serdar, and he never recorded a single one of these videos himself. And this one, for instance, has 2.8 million views, and it's an AI avatar in the bottom, captions in the middle, and B-roll in the top. Skill number 7 is a carousel skill that allows you to make carousel posts just like this one and automatically post them on your Instagram. And skill number 8 is for story sequences just like this one, which almost nobody currently does with AI, but are one of the most powerful ways to turn your followers into paying customers. For the story sequences specifically, I usually tweak the copy a little bit because Claude Code isn't really doing it to my standards, but you can basically generate this and then just tell it what to change in the text and it will do everything for you. Now, the way the skills for Reels work in action is that I do one long recording session where I record multiple Reels at a time, and the output is a raw chunk where I make mistakes, pauses, I set up the camera, I cough, I do all kinds of mistakes. Claude then takes that and edits it out, and this particular reel got 159,000 views, and it removes all of my mistakes, it color grades me, it adds in music, it adds in captions, it adds in B-roll, it does all of those things completely on autopilot with the skills that I gave you. All these skills are linked down below in the description, and there's separate videos for each individual skill if you want to understand it better. Chapter 4 is for 2 skills that actually take the videos that you created and post them on your Instagram without you lifting a finger or even having the app installed on your phone. Skill number 9 is the automated scheduling reel. I automatically post everything through Claude Code on my Instagram as trial reels. If you see on my Instagram, I have only a handful of reels shared on my account, but I have posted hundreds of trial reels over the same time frame. If we go to my pipeline, we can see that all my videos are here for review, and I can simply select one of them and say schedule it out on my Instagram, and I can select which time frame I want to schedule it out in. And once I click schedule out, it will be scheduled on Metricool. As you can see, I've done 143 trial reels so far, and only a couple of them made it to my feed if they performed well and I really liked the video. I've linked Metricool down below in the description, and as you can see, it's fully scheduled videos for me, not just on Instagram, but also on Facebook and TikTok with all of my content, and I have 9 unique pieces of content going out as trial reels on Instagram every single day. The scheduling skill doesn't only just schedule it using Metricool, it also writes the entire caption, it adds the comment trigger at the top, and it even creates the flow inside of ManyChat so that I don't need to set up the comment trigger myself. Now, the reason I schedule everything as a trial reel instead of as an actual reel is because it allows me to test volume, test hooks, test topics, and see what does best before I ever share it with my audience. When it comes to deciding which trial reels actually go on my feed, that is a decision that only I make. Claude doesn't auto share them at all, and I simply select the ones that did well that I want to see on my feed permanently, and those are the ones that I end up publishing. Most of the time, these are going to be high performing reels as the ones that you can see here. But sometimes I have reels such as this one right here, which got 159,000 views and 3,000 likes and 7,000 comments, which are still trial reels until this day. I never published it to my page because it's about ChatGPT scoring your face, and I didn't think it was something that I wanted on my feed permanently. So while I gained a lot of views and a lot of followers from this reel, it's not on my feed, and that's perfectly fine. Which brings me to skill number 10, which is for analytics and tracking. Once a day, my Claude automatically pulls all of the performance data for all of my reels. If we scroll through the trial reels here, we can see exactly how many views, likes, comments, and what skip rate in percentage each one of these topics got. It even suggests to me when a video did decently well and that I could potentially want to promote this video. And the best part is that whatever videos perform well automatically feed back into the first skills for the ideation process so that my future recording batches learn from what did well in my previous recording batches. And this part makes it an entire loop where every single time you record, it just keeps getting better and better because it keeps learning from what actually did well in the real world. Now that I've covered what the skills do, let me show you how you can take them and install them on your own. The first thing is going to be to download Claude, switch to the code tab, and no worries, this is still going to be a text-based thing. You don't need to know how to code. Go down here where you have the folder and select open folder. Simply go ahead and create a new folder and call it content system. Click on create. and open that folder. Click on Trust Workspace. Down here where it says Auto, select Bypass Permissions and confirm. And ideally make sure you're on the Opus Max plan because this is going to use a lot of tokens. From there, simply go to emilsystems.com or go to the link down below in the description where you're gonna find all of the Claude skills that I just mentioned. Simply go ahead and download the skills that you want or download all of them using the link in the description. I'm gonna show you with the competitor radar, which is gonna take me to this MD file, which is basically my skill MD. I'm gonna go ahead and download this file. Now all you need to do is take this file and drag it into the folder that you just created. Once you've dragged it in, simply tell Claude, hey, I just downloaded 10 skills from a YouTube video, which are going to help me to automate my Instagram content creation. Can you please take a look at all of these skills and walk me through how we can adapt this for my own Instagram account, and ask me any questions necessary to adjust this process. And if you need me to provide any API keys in the process for scraping or similar, please let me know about that as well. And then simply send that message and Claude is going to help you figure it out. Now, if you run into issues along the way, the first thing that you should always do is to simply ask Claude. Because I've built so many skills around this, most of the things are already explained in the skills, such as how to scrape the competitors, how to create the videos, how to find the captions, how to edit, how to do the B-roll. All of these things are already inside of those skills that I've provided you with. But if you get stuck, simply asking in this very chat right here, how does this work? Can you explain this to me like I'm a 6-year-old? It will help you figure things out. And once you have all of these Claude skills, the next step after that, which is a step that I took because I was tired of running these skills on my Claude, is I put everything onto a server, built a UI around it where I can track all of my videos and see all of the progress. And now I simply do everything through the dashboard. So I can click on this specific video, look at my 3 different variations for the video. I can request a fix if there's a mistake, or I can simply go ahead and say, hey, I want to schedule these for the next free slot. And I can even specify an exact time if I wanted to. Everything that I do now runs on a server so that my MacBook doesn't run hot because video editing is a very complicated thing and it uses a lot of compute power. So while your version will not be as sophisticated as this from day one, the 10 skills are going to allow you to do everything that I just showed you inside of Claude Code from day one if you just sit down for a couple of hours to figure it out. And if you're a high ticket coach or a business owner making sales through Instagram DMs and you want our help to automate the entire process, not only for content creation, but also for your actual DMs and the appointment setting with an excellent AI, feel free to book a call in the description down below. Let's see if we can even help you. And with that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below.